So these exercises are for anyone that wants to work on their core. This is a figure eight crunch I'm using a 2 kg weight, and we're going just across the body and over, across the body and over, across and over. Do 2 sets of 8 and build up from there. This really challenges your balance, core stability and deep inner core strength. Now we're doing one hand knee lift. So lift the knee up and back down. Try not to rock too much. Really engage the core, pulling the belly button into the spine, trying to keep the arm above the head straight and the arm that is out to the side straight. Do 8 and then switch and then another set of 8. And knee up. Try and get your knee up to a hip height or wherever you can. If you're limited in your range of movement, just don't go as high. Twisting from side to side, clenching the core, hips and buttocks. This is really engaging the core and helping to strengthen your core. Now we're doing the same exercises from the chair. Remember to keep your back really straight, not slouching. This is the figure eight. So anybody with mobility issues or stability, this is a chair option for you. And again over, and we're doing 2 sets of 8 and build up from there. Again, one knee lift, opposite knee to the arm that is up in the air, and then the other leg is out. I'm using a 2 kg weight. And remember your posture. If you find yourself slouching, you really need to straighten your back to get the full effect of working your deep core muscles. My back is straight, my arm is in line with my shoulder, my wrist, my elbow. I'm trying to get it as straight as possible. If you can't take your arm all the way out, that's fine, just do what you can do. Now we're doing some core work from the floor. So very important to get lots of support for your knees, especially as we get older, the knees start getting very delicate. You don't want to push the knees into the floor, so use lots of cushions or mat. Now I am doing like a bird pose, one hand straight out in front, up just one hand at a time, really pulling the belly button into the spine, keeping the back nice and flat. The hips are square parallel to your knees, and when you're lifting your arm, you are not moving your body too much. That's where the core engagement comes in. Now we're trying it with the legs. Again, as you extend your leg, you try not to turn that hip out. I'm trying to keep your hips parallel to the floor in that nice square position, and lift one leg, squeeze the buttocks, change side, lift the other leg. As you bring that knee down, think about your core stability and balance. Gently just dropping that knee to the mat. Now we're going to try both together. So opposite arm to leg, and you're working on your hips parallel to the floor, one at a time. And I was again 8, 2 sets of 8. Do 8 and then have a rest. Now we're going into a plank. So now we're taking the mat up so we get support for our forearms. And this is just a beginner's plank really. So you intermittently just go in dropping your knees to the floor and back up to plank, knees to the floor and squeeze your back, squeeze your core. As you come back up, you're not piking your bum up to the air.